Hi everyone, I'm Lucia and today I'm going to share with you one of my newer decks, the Gothic Tarot, which is illustrated by Joseph Vargo, and he also is one of the artists in this Madame Endora's Fortune cards. And I want to talk about each of the cards. I'm going to look through them and see how my perspective of each of the cards. So first we're going to talk about the card stack, and then I'm going to go through the cards and talk about each of the cards with you guys. So the card stack is a nice cardboard card stack. It feels strong, but it's flexible and it's cardboard feel. It has beautiful artwork. I love the backs. You can't tell if it's reversed. And it comes with this guidebook and it gives you the meanings and the reverse meanings also. So pretty nice. Let's get to the beautiful, stunning cards. I love the colors in this deck. So this is the Fool card. And when I look at this, I feel like the Fool is coming out of his other world and coming into a new place that he doesn't know yet. I feel like he just walked through this and left his other life, his other place, doesn't know where to go, but he's, stepping into something else. And when I see green, I think of healing. I feel like it could be a healing journey, something new here. And there's the crows here to guide him. So I'm going to go through it and see what I noticed in the cards, what I've noticed so far when I look through them. And so it looks like unknown out there. You can't tell. He doesn't look like the RWS usually looks like he doesn't care about anything. He has more of a serious look on his face, but he's on his way. And I think that's really cool how that is done. I love this artwork. I love the coloring in this deck. I love the reds and the blues, and I think it's stunning. I like this Magician card. I love it, actually. I love every card. And I feel like this is the Magician on top of the steps here. And we have this, when I see this, I don't know if this is two columns, and it's a strong structure to me that represents power. And then we have four people, and each one of them is holding a piece of one of the suits. We have somebody holding the pentacles and another one with the wands, and I feel like these are four versions of ourselves. When we have all of these in balance, we are the magician and we can create things. And you have that gold flame light there, and we have this lightning or this power coming out of the hand. And I feel like this is us, and these are our four parts of ourselves, the different parts of ourselves: the emotional part, the mental part, the determination, and the will, and then the emotional parts of ourselves. I think that's pretty cool. This is my perspective of these cards. High Priestess. Oh, this High Priestess to me is very different than what you usually see. She's very confident in her knowledge, and even if she's not, you may not see her, but there's a lot there to see if you do give her a chance and you see her. So there's that knowledge, and then there's that, it's just so beautiful. And there's this confidence, and there's this strength again. I see the columns, and I feel like that to me means the strength in her wisdom, the strength in her intuition, and the strength in her quietness, because sometimes the quiet can be powerful. And we have the Empress here. Again, very strong structure around her, and I feel like we have these skeletons with the wings, angel winged or skeletons, and I feel like that represents life in the human part of us. So the Empress is very human. She gives birth to things, she gives birth, she nurtures, and I feel like this is beautiful way of representing this. And it looks like she's in a a coffin, like a vampire coffin, coming out of that. So I think that's really cool. I feel like this represents power in her ability to create. And then we have the Emperor, and he's surrounded by these beautiful ghostly vampires, and there's a crow or a raven at the top of his throne, it looks like. And he's powerful, and he kind of has whatever he wants. He's respected. It's he has authority, and he's strong, protected. And here we have the High Priest, another human, I feel, with these angels, another more human thing. And to me, he has power in wisdom, and he can have power in either knowledge or manipulation even. So it's like there's a power there. And it looks like his eyes are closed. It's almost like he doesn't need to open his eyes because he has power or something like that. He's at peace because he knows he can, his abilities, either the knowledge or the ability to help people with knowledge or the ability to manipulate people. It's like he has this power and he's confident. And then we have the Lover's card, and there's strength and love too, and it's a very human thing. Again, I see the skulls and the angel wings, and to me, that I feel like that's very human thing, that a human feeling that we have, a human part of ourselves also. You know, she's like seduced by this vampire, and he's biting her neck, and he's going to be drawing blood, you know, and it's like what we give when we fall in love. We give a piece of ourselves, and there's a lot of power in the emotion of love. It has a lot of power over us, and we have to learn how to have power over our emotions. And then we have the Chariot, and I love this Chariot because it's like misty or foggy out, and the Chariot, he's riding along, and it looks like he's moving fast with these horses, and it's dark out, and we have these trees, and there's no leaves on the trees, so it feels cold, it feels lonely, but he's moving, and he may not be able to see clearly with all the fog, you know, what's ahead of him, but he's still going, so I really love that. And then we have this beautiful Justice card with the wings, and she does not look like a vampire. And we have the scale and its balance, and we have the sword up on top. And I feel like this says a lot too, to keep that sword, the truth, you know, speak our truth, do the truth, think our truth, you know, and we will have balance in our lives, you know, because that sword, you know, it can hurt us if we do the wrong thing with it, and the consequences and karma and all of that. So I love this, that she's flying with her truth or her, you know, balance. It's powerful. The truth is powerful. And here we have the Hermit. And I love this Hermit because he is above. He's like at a tower. And instead of seeing the light, we have a bell here. So I don't know if some of these cards, I feel like they're speaking to us, like wake up. You know, there's something else to see. There's something to think about, you know, with that bell. Or it also looks like he's calling for more information. So is he calling out to us to look at something? Because some of these cards feel like they're calling out to us, so what we need to do or what we need to think of, or guidance or warnings or whatever it is, you know. And in another way, I see this as him being above, so he can see things from a higher place, you know. He can see more that way. So I love that. And then we have the bats flying up there in the sky, and you see the sky, so it makes you think. It's like all thoughts, you know, thinking, knowing. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune, and it looks like all these faces are the same. We have 4 faces. We have 2 dragons. One's facing one direction, the other's like upside down. So I kind of like that. It gives you like the different parts of, you know, fortune can go up or down. So I feel like this is beautiful, and I love the gold, the red, the colors. And we have that knot in the middle there, you know. I think that's pretty cool. It's simple, but it's at the same time, it's not so simple. So it's pretty cool. And we have this beautiful strength card. And it looks like she is just trusting and leaning herself forward, like she's going to just fly and know that the wind's going to support her, or she's not worried. There's no fear. And it's like the energies of these two as one. And I really love that. Right at the top, at the edge here, high up somewhere, you know, close to the sky and ready and just trusting, like free falling or flying. I love this Hanged Man because he's not tied up. It's like, he has like, looks like bat wings. It's like he is willingly hanging. It's like a pause. He can fly anytime he wants, but he's not. He's hanging. He's just pausing. And I love that. I love that. He looks strong too. And there's like strength in pausing sometimes. Maybe he has to think about something first. And then we have the death card, and I love this. I love the moon phase here. And I love, this white and the red sky in the background. And his arm, it's got a skeleton face, and his arm is it's just like a tree branch. And if tree branches, the leaves have fallen. It's like he lost something here, and he's gonna regrow more or new leaves. So it's like letting go of the past and being ready for a change, or cutting out something here. And we have the crow. It's like time to time to change, time to live. Like you still have more to do with that moon. Like you still have more. It's not over yet. So we're rebirthing. We're renewing. We're welcoming change. It's not over yet. And that's what I feel like with this card. It's like telling me it's not over yet. And here we go with the Temperance. And I love this card. I love the fire. And I love how she's mixing, mixing, tweaking, blending. She's got 2 cups, and one cup is pouring into the other cup. And when she's doing that, the motion of her doing that is pushing the fire. It's like maybe she's making some energy happen here where the fire is kind of moving away from her. And I don't know if that's what this card means, but that's what I get when I look at it. And I think that there's power in that, blending, or what do you need to blend, or change, fix, balance what needs balance in order to be okay, or to not get burned, or to make things, to sway something, to change a situation or the energy around something. So I really love how that's done. And we have the Devil card. And with this card, I look at the green and I think of health, and I feel like, we change ourselves. We attach ourselves to certain things. We don't let it go, and it's not good for our health. And you can see, like, the devil is in green, but the skeletons, they're just they're stuck there. And they're just skeletons. Like, there's no life. There's no, it's like the attachment leaves you with nothing, and you just become one of these other, just another one of those guys down there. So it's like, I think that's pretty powerful. And I really love this artwork. It's so beautiful, so stunning. It's like you feel like you could just jump in there and feel the vibe of this this smokiness, this fog, this mistiness, this darkness. But yet there's so much life in what the cards are saying. We have the Tower, and I really love that this is different. I love that we have a tower here, and there's steps, and it looks like he's coming out. And when I see this, it reminds me of the Fool card again. We have the full moon, we have the lightning. I don't know if it's striking the top of that tower. And you see the Fool card, it's like he's leaving a situation and he's starting over. Just like the Fool, he looks the same as the guy in the Fool card. So he's now leaving. It's time to change something here. So something didn't work out. It's on his venture, and now he's turning around. He has to go somewhere else, back again, leaving this place, just like he left this place here. So I think that's pretty cool. That's what makes me, that's how I see this. And I can't wait to work with it more to see how it evolves for me, like how I read, with this. Once I have more experience with this deck. We have the Star card, and she's up in the air. We have that 1 star. We have 1 star instead of 8 here. And I love that. And she's up high with the sky, close to the cosmos. And she's pouring the water, or the energy, the water, and onto the stone here. So that would be earth, and then this one could be going into the water down below. We can't see what's going on there, but she is close to the sky. She's thinking, so this gives us hope. And she's close to the cosmos. She's close to the star, the sky, and she's got her angel wings. And this is a very human emotion, the card of hope. And it's just so beautiful. And there's strength and hope. There's the column again, and the steps. Seeing things from a higher place. I love the moon and the sun. because we have the same two people here, and I feel like she represents the moon and he represents the sun, and I feel like you can look at this in different ways. So we have the stars too. Okay, so we have different faces here, and they're all different. We have the skeleton, and then we have this guy who looks a little scary or dark, and then we have this face too, and it looks like it just wants to say something, and then we have this, it kind of looks like the Joker or the Fool. So I feel like with this card, it's like, what part are we playing in our own lives, like self-reflection and coming back to our power. You know, it's like, so we could be this, the sun looking for the moon or the moon looking for the sun, but there's a balance here. Do we need to protect ourselves? Do we need to nurture ourselves? And that's what I feel with these two cards. And I feel like the moon is here, like doing this, reflecting, and what do we want to manifest? What do we want to bring? What makes us more powerful? And then here it's like they're combined. You know, it's like they're supporting each other. The divine feminine and the divine masculine, the nurturer and the protector is together. Those sides of us, you know, it comes together with the sun, so things are going to be better. You know, and then you have the moon phase, which is beautiful. I love that. It's so different. This, I mean, I can't believe I waited so long to to get this deck, and I can't wait to work with it. So. We have the Judgment card, and I feel like this is like when you've been through it, I feel like, and you're like praying and ready for a change, like you've been through it and you see something and you're ready to keep going and you're ready to leave the past behind, and you've had your aha moment, like that part's done and you're a different person now, and there's some kind of strength to that, you know, there's some kind of courage, and there is growth, you know, in this card, and it's seeing things with in a new way, starting over, you know, kind of like the death and rebirth, and what happens from your choices, you know, you're changing. And then we have the World card, which I need to look at this card more. I want to look at it with a magnifying glass, because we have like two little I don't know if they're like gargoyles flying here. They have skulls, and then we have two here which are flying, and they're a little different. And then we have like the good and the shadow. I think we have like the light and the shadow, and we have the shadow. If we tame the shadow, then we can overcome. Like, I don't know, that's how I see this card. And so I want to see how it works when I do the readings. Like, it's pretty cool. I also want to say with this, it's like when you see the mouths open, I feel like that's a calling for something, like a calling for an adjustment, calling to work on ourselves, a calling for change. Something's drawing to us, you know, and we don't feel balanced until we do take action, and then we become like the balance. We become, and we have the bat wings and we have the like angel wings. Pretty cool. And here we have the King of Wands, and sitting on his throne, like all the power of the stone, like strong power, ready, determined, ready to move if he has to. And here we have the Queen of Wands, and she's so beautiful. And we have the cats. I love when we see the cats. We have the dragon here too. It looks like she is very confident, and she's outside, and she's standing outside. It looks like. And then we have the Knight, and this Knight looks like he could take anything on. He's got his armor. He's got like an armor, a little bit of armor, and it looks like he can control anything. Like, he'll take anything on. Pretty cool. The snake. Like, he's overcoming. And then we have the knaves, and the knaves are all these gargoyles, and I feel like with the knaves, it's like because they are they're finding a calling, or they're having this need or this want. I feel like with the knaves, it's like the want. They want to become, you know, the knight, and then they're going to become the queen, and then they're going to become the king, you know. So it's like first they're the knave, they're wanting, they haven't done it yet. They have this calling, or they have this want, or this need, or this, this realization to become. And so he's ready. I feel like he's ready to leap off of this and take an action and do something. And again, his mouth is open, so it's like he's calling for something, looking for something. That's what I see with this. And we have the aces. So the aces are all very similar, and with this red background, and I love it. So this is the Ace of Wands, and it's like the beginning. So the first three cards in the Minor Arcana are kind of pippish, with some hints with a little more hints, in the cards. So the aces are pretty much similar, with the symbol of the card, of the suit, and then they have this background with the red on the black card. And I love the font too, the red fonts. And then we have the twos. So the ace, the twos, and the threes are more pippish, and then you start seeing more in the backgrounds with the cards. And we have this Two of Wands, and you see that open mouth again, the gargoyle. I feel like that means something. And then we have the two wands that are crossed together. So that's that's pretty simple to read if you are familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. If with that system, it's easy to understand these. I feel. And then we have the Three of Wands, that things are happening here. The snake, it's like protecting. You already did something, and now you want to protect. I apologize. The cards came good, so whatever's on there could be from paper or whatever it is. And I really love this, beautiful, with the snake wrapped around the Three Wands, and they're all crossed together. It's like everything's coming together, starting to happen. And then here we go into more of a scene. We have these 4 columns, which represent strength to me. We have the full moon, and I did not realize this. I was looking at one of the flip through videos, and there's words here. So I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I cannot read. It looks like, I don't know if that says security. I'm not sure what that says. Prosperity. I can't read it that good, but so that, I think that's pretty cool too. A little hint there too. And we have the moon, and then we're on top here, a few steps up. So it's like things are starting to become strong. Building a strong foundation for something here. Pretty cool. I love it. And then we have the Five of Wands, and this, I feel like this is like speaking to me, like this is like, I don't know, it's like speaking to me, like this is my challenge when I look at this, all these guys and this, so I have to stay strong, or it's these guys telling me you need to stay strong, or people are going to come after you, or something else, or you're going to lose whatever you worked hard for, whether it's competition or whether it's some challenging situation. Like, don't let it scare you. Like with these guys in the back, I don't know if they're rooting for me, or if this is the guy and has all of these guys behind him, but he's still staying strong and he doesn't care. So I feel like there's different ways of looking at this. It's pretty cool. And then you have the ravens or the crows in the back. I would say crows because they're more than one or two. And these two are like, they're like trying to say something too. Pretty cool. We have the Six of Wands, and this is like, yes, you did it. You're successful. So something to celebrate here. Feel good about maybe being seen. This feels good. This feels like a victory card. And it feels like a strong victory card, like after being through something a lot. Like it's like there's strength in his face. Like there's not a smile. It's like serious, I think that's pretty cool. Is there lightning too? They are lightning. Wow. And then we have the Seven of Wands. And I feel like with this is like become this, be strong like this gargoyle. Like be strong like this creature, protecting whatever it is that you're protecting. Standing strong, just standing your ground. See this energy in yourself. And then we have this Eight of Wands. And I love this ghostly like vampire. And she's flying, she's moving. So I feel like she's telling me, it's time to go, it's time to move, or that's what she's doing. So I feel like these cards are like guidance, you know, it's saying this is the time to move, you know. And it's like she looks like she's in a hurry. She looks like there's something happening, a startling or, you know, a quick thing, you know, like hurry up. Or like when someone says boo or comes after you, it's kind of like that kind of energy, like a quick energy. And then we have this beautiful Nine of Wands, and I love spider webs in tarot decks. I really do. I love them. When I see them in any card, the Wheel of Fortune or any other card where there's work involved. I love this card. She's standing behind that spider web that's been woven, and she's got the 9 wands, and after all that work, you're not going to tear all that down. It takes a lot of work to get that far, right? So it's about keep going. So I really love this. Very confident, beautiful. And I like this 10 of Wands too. It's very different because you can see all the work behind her, and now she's coming down. So I don't know if she's ready to start something else, or she's, you know, she's done all this work, or she's going to keep it up, or she's, you know, ready, you know, it's done and now it's time for rest, or now it's time for another start on something else, the next thing. So you can read this all kinds of ways, but it's very different from the one who's like holding all the wands or whatever. But it can also mean that it's nighttime because she's still working at night, because she's got the light in her hand, you know, the candles, you know, walking down, and maybe there's more stuff to do. So there's so many ways you can read this, you know. And then you look at the gargoyle here, and, you know, maybe he's calling her like there's something else you got to do. I don't know, but pretty cool, beautiful cards, beautiful. We have the King of Cups here sitting in his throne, just peaceful, not being bothered, it looks like. Not smiling though, just kind of quiet there. And then we have the Queen of Cups, and it looks like she could be looking for more or something like that. She's got her cup out there, ready for more. Because the queens give so much love, and sometimes you wonder if they need more love too. So, and she's outside. So the queens are like outside, it looks like. And most of the kings are in their thrones. We have the Knight of Cups, and he's satisfying himself, it looks like, here with what his needs are. Like he's getting what he needs. And we see this here. He doesn't look like the average Knight of Cups that's on the horse that, you know, it looks so like charming, and, you know, he kind of looks like Gothic, you know, like a different kind of a different kind of charm. Yes, you could say. More like a staring into your soul kind of look. We have the Knave of Cups, and this is also, he looks like he's looking for something. He's yearning for something. He's ready to go out, and he's also, it's like he's being shown, like you have to do something, or there's a calling or something, you know. What do you want to be happy? So he's the Knave, another gargoyle, and it looks like he's looking down at something that he wants to go after. And again, mouth open. Here's the cup. Pretty cool. And we have the Ace of Cups again with the red in the background, and we have the Two of Cups. There's two cups coming together, and we have another gargoyle, and we have these two things that are coming out of his mouth. Not sure if it's tongues or if it just represents the energies of two things coming together to fill a void, maybe, or a calling. And then we have the three stuck together, which I think is pretty cool. And that's pretty easy to read. And it could be some, you know, power in connections with people, you know, coming together. There's some kind of maybe life in that. And then we have this Four of Cups, which I had to look at this card for a while. And I see that it looks like there's some hesitation or something, you know, noticing something here. These guys look like they're like holding back. There's something that needs to be done, but maybe they're not ready to do it. They need to know more. Somebody feels a little uncomfortable. This guy looks like he's yelling about something here. So something happened. Someone's feelings could have gotten hurt, or they could be feeling a little insecure, not sure, a little bit of fear there, you know. And then we have the gargoyle there, I just noticed, with the mouth open again. So there's a need for something. Five of Cups. I really like this. It's like holding the skull. So I feel like that represents the ghost of what's missing, what this person is missing, or what this person doesn't have anymore, the loss. And then we have the Six of Cups, and it's like this ghost could be representing, you know, the past. And then we have that gate, that iron gate. I don't know if that just represents that we can't go back there. We're not there. So we're just thinking of the past. And again, we have two winged figures, the angel, and then we have a skeleton angel. And I think that also represents the human part of ourselves, the emotions, the memories. We have more words here. I can't see them, so I don't know if you can see them. I'm not sure if it's even clear. I apologize. Beautiful card. And then we have the Seven of Cups, and I love this card. I didn't notice it the first time, but today I was looking at it, and so we have her. She's looking at this box. It's like a jewelry box. We have the Seven Cups down here, and then this jewelry box has this energy, and it's all these spooky things behind it. So she's looking at this box, like admiring it, but we don't know what is it good, what's in there, is it bad, what's in there, or maybe she's choosing something from there. So I really love how this card represents the Seven of Cups. Like, is this something that we're seeing? Are we seeing the truth? Is it an illusion? You know, or you know, are we making the right choice? Are we being drawn to the right thing? And then we have the stars in the background. I love that. And we have the Eight of Cups. And yeah, I feel like this ghostly vampire is walking away. And there's this angel here with the skull. And it's leaving something, the past, with the skull there. And going through some kind of healing, going through some realization, going through something. Walking away, but not quickly, kind of slowly, it looks like. Walking away slowly. And it looks like she's looking behind her, so it's not something that's easy to walk away from. And then we have the trees again, no leaves, letting go. And we're in a grave, you know, with the graveyard or cemetery. And then we have the Nine of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be about overindulgence. It could be about someone who has a lot. So this can be, it looks like a tomb. And to me, it gives me like rich feelings. And there's artwork here. Again, you know, we have the columns. So there's something here about richness or having a lot. And I feel like it does give you that kind of vibe. And I think it's beautiful. We have the wing there. It looks like Isis. Wings of Isis. The queen, like the goddess. There's a lot of detail here. I can't wait. I need to get the magnifying glass. And we have the cups on the top there. We have the Ten of Cups, and this card is like everything, because she has this vampire exactly what she wants. She's got what she wants, you know, and she's getting her fill in life. Whatever she, you know, wanted, she went after it and got it. So this is like the bliss card, or the happiness card, the fulfillment card, the joy card. We got the King of Swords, and he's standing up. I can't tell. It looks like he could be outside, but then you have this behind him, so I can't tell. Or this could be air, to represent the air element. He's got the wings, and I like that his sword is down. He also looks like his eyes could be closed. I'm not sure if I'm seeing that right. So he could be feeling like, you know, peace of mind, that he trusts himself, you know, he trusts himself. And then we have the Queen, who looks a little bit more like she's seeing things from a higher place. Her sword is also down, but ready to take action if she needs to. I feel like she matches the energy of this gargoyle. She sees through anything and will put you in her place if she has to. She sees things from a higher place. She sees the truth. Not easy to fool the Queen of Swords. And when we have the Knight of Swords, he looks like he's ready to take action, and he's dressed in red. So I like that. You can see the fire energy in the air element, and he's in the air, but he's ready. He's ready. He's got the flag in his hand. It's very, very cool. And the Knave, here we go again with the Knave of Swords. So he could be thinking about something. Something could be catching his attention. We got the full moon behind him. What is he ready to release? What is he ready to, you know, to start something new? What is he ready to do? Think about what is he ready to, where is he ready to go, fly, do something? You just see his eyes. So something, he's thinking about something. Very cool. And he's in the graveyard, so maybe off to a new journey, off to start something new. Here's the Ace of Swords. It's pointed down, beautiful with that red in the background. And then we have the two swords crossed together. And this gargoyle is not, or skull. That gargoyle is, he doesn't have his mouth open, so it's more of a quietness. We have thinking, you know, thinking, trusting our intuition. And then we have the Three of Swords. I think that's beautiful. And then we come to the cards that have a little more, the Four of Swords. And with this card, it's like, I don't know if it's the ghost looking at the skeleton as two separate entities, or if it's the skeleton's body ghost, you know, like resting, and the spirit self or the ghost self is telling you this is the time to rest. You rest, you know, like it's talking to you separate, or if it's two separate, you know, just to show you that this is the time to put the swords down and have peace, to rest up, for either rest after something or rest before something happens. So you have energy, like not the time to worry. And then we have the Five of Swords, and I think this is great. The guy with the mask, I feel like this is warning me that this is the situation, not to trust this situation, or not to trust what's going on, to be careful here. I think that's pretty cool. And we have the swords, and each sword has a skeleton underneath it. We have the head on this. Oh boy. So this is pretty, it's very direct, this card. And we have the darkness on the sky. The Six of Swords. Yeah, she's protecting herself. It's like the energy, like this energy of protection. Protect yourself, you know, of things that could worry you. Protect yourself. And then we have the Seven of Swords. And I feel what this is like, don't come here. It's block. You know, it's like a block. I feel like this is telling me not to move forward with what I'm thinking, because I can't get through to her. So it's like telling me no. I feel like this is like a card that shows guidance and the power of turning away and doing something different. Or maybe if this is supposed to represent me, she's not moving forward with her thoughts, with her plan. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is, you know, you have this column here, and this ghost or ghostly vampire, and she can walk away, but for some reason she's still there, and the swords are all here, but there's nothing blocking her, and yet she's still there. So that's pretty cool how they show that. And we have the Nine of Swords. This is like your nightmares. It's like showing you this is your nightmare. Or another way I could see this also is staying above all those swords, like staying above the fear, staying strong and not letting fear get you down. And here's the Ten of Swords, and that's pretty similar to a lot of the Ten of Swords, like all the thoughts that can get you completely down and blocked. You know, it's time to rise up. Can't go any lower than that. And then we have the King of Pentacles, and I love this. He's on top of everything he created. I really love this card. He's like established. He's done his job. He's like proud of what he's done. Amazing. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful, standing in her beauty. Also, you know, there's strength in her beauty and her work. She has her arms crossed, like she's comfortable. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and he doesn't look like he's rushing, and he's out in the woods. He's out in the woods doing what he's doing, but he's not rushing. That is so beautiful. And then we have the Knave again here, ready to make something happen with himself, ready to do something. The Gargoyle. And his eyes are not red. He's just calm, you know, calm, grounded energy. Pretty cool. And we have the Ace again here with the red background, beautiful. The 2 with the balance, I like how they show that. Now this gargoyle has his mouth open, but it's not as open as the other ones. So that's pretty cool. I have to compare all of them and see all the 2s and see how they look. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 separate like ravens or the crows like working together or something here. That's pretty cool. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Looks like, you know, you have something now you're holding on, you're saving up, or you're reserving. So like protecting what you have. That's what I get with this card. Beautiful cards. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this looks like he's, you know, busy looking for something, you know, busy looking for, searching for another thing, another answer, searching for another way, solution to the worries or whatever's missing or whatever you need more of. And then the 6 of Pentacles, like help, asking for help or getting the help, asking for help or receiving the help. The Ghost and the Angel. Very beautiful. And then the 7 of Pentacles. I had to look at this one a minute. You know, I feel like this is the chance. You know, I feel like this is the chance to find, you know, to either have another job or to do something else or to learn something. Like the gates have opened. You know, the solution is there. So now we need to just take the next steps to nurture our goals. And the other one was, the first I was thinking was to go somewhere to get more answers. I was looking at this card like, how does this represent the 7 of Pentacles? And then I'm like, oh, this looks like it's like the doors have opened and now you have to work, you know, you're there, or you're like, I'm there to do my work, you know, or coming back to, after we went out to search for help or out to search for another thing, we're back now to get back to our work because we figured out how to do it, you know, what to nurture. And we have the 8 of Pentacles, and this looks like, you know, they're happy. Looks like they're happy because they're busy and things have been happening. You know, now you have more. You have strength in your work. But at the same time, I feel like this guy's also saying, we're not done yet. There's more to do. So I feel like it's like a guidance card. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, pretty comfortable, beautiful. You know, feeling comfortable, feeling like you have done something, which gives you a feeling of independence, of feeling good, you know, and then you can, you know, take on the other meanings of the cards, like independent, doing something nice for yourself, feeling accomplished, feeling comfortable, doing something on your own. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is like he's got everything. He has everything now. He's got everything that he wants. And I love that. And he's coming down the steps. And he's coming out of this arch, this opening. Very secure. I think this is such a beautiful deck. I can't wait to work more with it, and when I do that, I might make another video another time talking about how it reads. I'll just put some cards down to see how it would read. think it's so beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.